$12 an hour to do this.
That's not true.
Don't tell everyone.
Here we go again. Not able to tell if Mark's telling the truth or not.
You're not a truth teller, are
I
you?
did not find you on Craigslist under, hey, anyone want to do a podcast?
Hey, podcast, $12 an hour.
Podcast buddy. Podcast buddy wanted.
$36 a week. I'll podcast with you.
Hey,
Deuce, how are we doing?
Speaking of which.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Deuce. User submitted.
Yes. I wanted to talk about road trips.
Yes.
I wanted to give a little heads up here. I don't remember anything. So
Jesus.
I'm not gonna have a lot to add to this.
I've got one that was with you that we could talk about, but we might want to bring it in off the air first.
Okay. No, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was one final road trip with an ex.
Oh, yep.
Do you remember this one?
Not really.
Well, I do, because I had the good fortune to be in the back of that car.
You were in the back of the car.
Yeah, for a 5-hour ride back from Milwaukee to Minneapolis.
How did you end up in the situation where you're not there for the way down, but you were there for the way back?
No, I was there for both.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rode out with you guys. So we like to do like these weekend trips to Milwaukee for Twins and Brewers games before the Twins had an outdoor stadium because we wanted to experience a little outdoor life. Twins played in the Metrodome. It was real depressing. We went to plenty of games, but I always took the opportunity to go to Milwaukee. They had a new stadium. It was beautiful.
It was real nice stadium.
Yeah, we had done a few of these, and I think this was the last one with this certain girlfriend who, sweet girl, went on the trip. I don't think I knew what was going on, but I think you guys were having trouble.
Yeah, it was on the rocks.
It was sort of coming to the end. And we were on the way back, and I just remember not like vicious fighting or anything, but clear, strong-headed points of view and silence and disagreements. And I remember getting out of the car, and human memory to put it back together, sketchy at best, But I remember the distinct feeling that it was over, and I believe it was over like a day or two later.
Okay.
And you guys lived together.
Yeah,
didn't
you?
We
did.
Yeah, so that's not easy when you live with one.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder. That's for sure. You might hang on to it for a couple extra years.
Well, I had a 17-hour road trip with an ex as it was going down.
Yeah.
Talk about 5 hours. Try 17
Try
hours.
17 hours.
The worst day of my life. Yeah.
Really?
Well, no, not the worst day of my life. Pretty brutal, though. Coming back from San Francisco, visiting a friend in the Bay, going back to L.A., caught in like some crazy weird snowstorms in the Irvine, had to go around. We're like diverted through Bakersfield, stuck for hours. It was fucking nutty. 17-hour day.
Sounds bad. Well, hopefully your car ride with us helped prepare you a little bit.
It did.
Hopefully you had a little awkwardness training.
So you don't remember that car ride?
No, I don't, dude. No, I really.
That's so fucking crazy. I mean, like, not in a weird way towards you, like you should. I just think that's the crazy, weird thing about human memory.
That it's just wiped out.
It's how, like, you could completely not remember that. That's so fascinating to me. Like, my buddy D.A., I talk about shit from our past, no recollection. No recollection. I'm just like, dude, we lived these moments. Like, I don't know. It's so interesting to me.
Yeah, I had uncle, very successful man, and his one of his big phrases was, "My mind's a factory, not a warehouse." Bam! Whenever someone would say some shit about, "Oh, you don't remember that?" Just be like, "Yeah, what do you think about that, dude?"
That's pretty good. This is your uncle?
Yeah.
Also the reigning foosball champion in South Dakota.
Speaking of very successful, no, he's successful in his own right, but this is this is different. Uncle.
A different level
different
of success.
Uncle. But yeah, I mean, and not to trivialize whatever went on, but for me, your experience in that car ride with me and my ex was probably more noteworthy than my ride.
Well, because you felt uncomfortable that I was there.
Yeah, that it was just like, this is, this is not just like, oh, just all of a sudden now we're like this, that this had probably been going on for months, if not years at the time,
Yeah.
Whereas for you, you're just like, oh, how often do I get to be exposed for 5 hours straight to this sort of awkwardness,
More notable, you're right, experience. There you go.
Like, looking back to then, if I was ever in that situation, I'm like, oh, I bet I'd remember it. So sorry for putting you through that.
No, that's true. You were living through the experience, and it certainly extended beyond this trip.
So what about any other road trips besides ones that you went on with me that were weird?
Oh, one of my most memorable road trips was with DA. We were maybe just graduated high school, and we were taking a road trip to the Badlands.
Ooh, the Badlands.
From Minneapolis. And yeah, that is probably my most memorable road trip. We had gotten a bunch of beer from Kenny's and stashed it outside his house behind a fence. And that morning we left and we ran around the corner, and I remember he was grabbing all these cases and bringing them to my minivan.
What kind of beers are we talking here?
Oh, we're talking like 3.2 Miller Lite.
Yes.
And so he's running across the yard. Like, his fence had a little weird middle part where you could crawl through and go into a neighbor's yard, and around the corner it was sort of open into another yard. So he's running these beers across the yard. His neighbor comes out and is like, "What's going on?" Mm-hmm. And he just throws these cases in my '89 Ford Aerostar with green shade carpet. It's the blue and gray one, extended version if you want a real picture. Mm-hmm. And off we went to South Dakota. And I remember listening to Mighty Mighty Bosstones Question the Answers, the CD on fucking repeat. It was like the culmination of our entire lives, sitting behind my treehouse through childhood, chain smoking packs of Marlboro Red cigarettes, talking about life all night. And here we were on the road, and our whole lives were ahead of us. And we just chain smoked and talked about life. I think we both had a new girlfriend relationships at the time, and we saw the Black Hills and went into all these caves, and that was just one of those things that'll never leave my mind as like one of the greatest moments of my life. And I think he remembers it to this day too.
Well, it's nice. Yeah.
That's
sweet.
That would be it. There's one of those moments where you're not beaten down by life. Mm-hmm. And it's really is just like, here we go. It's the start of our lives.
That's a sweet story. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Did you do anything on, did you go to Mount Rushmore then? Or?
Oh, I think we did it all.
You did all the Badlands has to offer?
I remember on the way back, though, I was probably already annoyed with him for some reason. Something had happened.
Uh-oh. There's trouble in paradise.
He was using the old cigarette lighter, had it pushed in to light a cigarette, and he lit a cigarette and was somehow holding it out, and he burnt a hole in the top of the van roof. And I got so pissed off, I took it from him and threw it out the window. The actual cigarette push lighter. And then,
well, that's another big issue. You complicated your problem there.
And then literally seconds later, he somehow got a penny stuck in the hole where the cigarette lighter went. Not that there was a cigarette lighter anymore anyway. But it was just, it was one of those, so but then of course we were fine.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. So yeah, there were others, but we'll save them for another day.
Yeah.
You know me, I love the road.
You do love the road. You're real road guy.
I always say if everything went to shit in my life, I'd be a truck driver tomorrow.
You just go drive.
I would just drive fucking truck.
Drive toward the horizon.
I'd drive truck. I would chain smoke cigs, and I would probably live 3 years.
Well, it would be a great 3 years.
Or a miserable one. I'm sure it'd be miserable.